Academy. So in today's video we are going to discuss about energy transition towards net zero by 2070. So India is under too much push. Government of India is also taking so many steps, plus there is too much of international pressure as well that we lock ourselves and become a net zero emitter by 2070. Although this is India's target, global target says that the world will become a net zero emitter by 2050. And let me remind you one more thing, that if we say that we are a net zero emitter, that does not mean that we are not emitting any amount of carbon dioxide. We basically mean that whatever carbon dioxide we are emitting, we are also absorbing it, consuming it. Okay? So why are the things running into news? Because we have set a target for ourselves of net zero emission by 2070, and if we have to achieve this target, we need to significantly decarbonize by 2050. 2050 should be the marking year after which we need to see significant reductions in the carbon dioxide emissions. Okay? So talking about the substantial transition steps, that we need substantial transitions which is required to achieve this target, which is required in this transition from fossil fuel based energy to renewable based energy. Okay? So let us talk about some statistical information. First is currently, if we talk about the share of renewable energy in India's energy basket, it is currently 1/5 in generation. Okay? Generation capacity में renewable energy holds 20% of the total energy basket का share, and currently it is witnessing 0.3% annual growth rate. ठीक है? The renewable energy installation and generational capacity is witnessing 0.3% annual growth rate, which is a very meager amount. The expected value should be approximately 3% so that we are able to achieve net zero emissions by 2070. ठीक है? Now talking about the solar power installed capacity, इसमें Rajasthan is leading the list from Indian states. Rajasthan is the largest producer of solar energy in India, and second is Gujarat. ठीक है? But talking about wind power में we have Tamil Nadu as the largest producer of wind energy. ठीक है? Now talking about why do we need to shift towards this transition? Why do we need to undergo this transition? Because it will cause immense changes to an existing system which is happily working on the fossil fuel. It will require immense amount of effort to transit towards a renewable energy sector. Why are we still investing in this sector? Is of course because we import oil. ठीक है? So we are currently importing 80% of the oil that is being consumed in India, and because of this we are losing huge amount of foreign currency to bring this oil. If we shift towards a renewable energy sector, we will be able to reduce this import burden on oil, and that is the biggest advantage of shifting towards the renewable energy sector. But beyond this also, beyond this economic factor also, we have the environmental factor. We know it very well that India is witnessing, or for that matter the entire world is witnessing, climate change and global warming. ठीक है? And one of the largest contributions to this climate change and global warming is coming from emissions from vehicular emissions or fossil fuel based emissions. That significantly includes sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, PM 2.5 and PM 10, okay, apart from nitrogen dioxide. So these are the biggest problems which is leading to changing in climatic conditions, which is leading to very high pollution levels across the cities in India, and which is obviously leading to global warming levels because of very high methane consumptions, emissions, because of very high carbon dioxide emissions. ठीक है? Methane तो फिर भी it is contributed significantly from cement industry and agriculture, but carbon dioxide ka maximum emissions are coming from burning of fossil fuel only. So if we transit from this burning of fossil fuel towards renewable energy sector, we will also be addressing the issue of climate change, pollution and global warming. Thereby we will be able to fulfill our Paris goal. And after Paris, we have reiterated the Paris goals and added to the target in Sharm el Sheikh also. ठीक है? So all these targets will be able to fulfill. We will also be able to fulfill the target of net zero emissions by 2070. That is also one of the principal reasons why we need to shift towards a renewable energy sector. Third important reason is the water scarcity. ठीक है? So thermal power plant uses huge amount of water in India. By conversion of this water into steam, although the steam is again converted back into water, but then you require energy for this transition to take place. ठीक है? So water scarcity में मतलब we are entering into a zone कि thermal power plants will not be having sufficient amount of water to get it converted into steam. ठीक है? So we better need to shift away from TPPs and shift towards renewable energy sector. That's important reason why we need to shift, undertake this transition. Plus we have international pressure. India, not only India for that matter, all the developed and developing countries are under immense pressure to reduce their GHG emissions. Although most of the developed countries, because of their high per capita income, has been able to undertake these transitions. But the developing world may, India, China, Brazil, South Africa, we are all competing to fulfill these goals. ठीक है? So it is because of the international pressure coming from International Solar Alliance, pressure coming from Global Biofuel Alliance, कि this is exerting this pressure that we need to shift towards the renewable energy sector. ठीक है? Then it will also help us to ensure energy security. So we will not be witnessing the price vulnerability. India will not become a victim to global geopolitical risks that are taking place. ठीक है? So we need to ensure energy security, and if we have to ensure energy security, we need to cut down the dependence on any other country. ठीक है? Plus the technological development in India for adapting to such changes is also a mandatory requirement in India. That we will be learning technology, although this change will be cumbersome, it will have certain challenges, it will lead to some kind of job losses. But this technological transition, this shift is also required so that we are able to upskill the labor, we are able to provide more skilled employment to the people. ठीक है? So these were the need for the transition, but what are the challenges that India is facing in shifting towards this renewable energy sector? First major challenge for solar and wind, we have the problem of land acquisition. This is the problem for both solar energy sector and wind energy sector. So what we have done is Government of India has come up with a solar wind hybrid energy policy. ठीक है? Hybrid energy policy मतलब the same piece of land on which we are deploying solar panels, on that same piece of land we will be deploying the wind turbines also. But then there can be immense amount of land varieties which is very crucial for development of solar energy. But you may not be getting equivalent amount of land available for development of wind energy. So this is one of the challenges that we are witnessing in implementation of the hybrid energy policy. ठीक है? Solar wind hybrid energy policy में this challenge we are witnessing कि we have stated this as an intention, because land acquisition for solar was also problem, land acquisition for wind was also problem. So let us integrate this, the same piece of land to be used for solar as well as wind. But there can be so many pieces of land which is useful for solar energy, but not so many pieces of land chunks which will be useful for wind energy, or vice versa for that matter. ठीक है? So this is one challenge that we are witnessing. Second is intermittency and storage challenge. ठीक है? Intermittency मतलब for example solar energy के लिए generation के लिए we have deployed solar panels, but you have a cloudy day, you have a rainy day, on all those days we may not be able to generate energy. So in that case we should have stored the previous day's energy so that can be used for supply. So this intermittency and storage challenge storage, India is not very good at storage facility. So energy storage facility mein we are not very good. So this will be the another challenge that India will be facing because of this intermittent supply, because of discontinuous supply of solar energy or wind energy and lack of storage systems available in India. ठीक है? Third major challenge will be generation of e-waste. Solar photovoltaics will lead to generation of huge amount of electronic waste, and we do not have a proper end of life management of this e-waste that is being generated. इसके लिए we do not have a proper policy on regeneration and reuse of the e-waste that are, although we do have an e-waste generation policy, although we do have an e-waste management policy, but how do we reduce this wastage that is being generated? इसके लिए we do not have a defined strategy. ठीक है? So that will be the third major challenge. Fourth major challenge will be the import dependency. So currently solar photovoltaics we are importing from China. This is another very big problem, that we are not able to cope up with the development of solar energy in India, because although there the problem fossil fuel mein the problem was import of fossil fuel, here the problem is we are still importing the almost complete 80% ready solar photovoltaics from China. ठीक है? So that means कि import dependency has actually not reduced until and unless we start manufacturing the solar photovoltaics in India. ठीक है? Next major challenge is climate change impact on the renewable infrastructure. Now you imagine we have set up windmills, we have set up solar photovoltaics, but that region has witnessed cyclone, and because of cyclone that the wind turbine ka blades have are now broken. ठीक है? Or because of some or the other reason the glasses of the solar photovoltaic panels are broken. ठीक है? Plus there will be dust deposition, and you need an additional amount of manual labor deployed for cleaning of these solar photovoltaics. ठीक है? So climate change will have an impact on the renewable energy infrastructure, which will be an economic impact plus the amount of e-waste which is being generated. ठीक है? So this is another challenge, that we are shifting towards renewable energy. That is all good, but then climate change will also result in destroying the infrastructure related to renewable energy. ठीक है? Then talking about the revenue losses, initial investment of establishment is quite high with respect to solar and wind energy both. That is correct. ठीक है? Fossil fuel as of now generates substantial revenue for India. Almost 27-37% of revenue is generated by generation of fossil fuel in India. ठीक है? But so this is the one which was responsible for generation of revenue. From this position we are shifting to another position where we are not initially getting revenue, rather we are giving subsidies to start making use of electric vehicle. So we were earning revenues. From that position we are shifting to another position where we will not be earning revenues, instead we will be losing out on the subsidies that has to be given to electric vehicles. ठीक है? So that is also the revenue loss. Then is the of course employment impact. We have a huge set of employment deployed in mining industry, specifically talking about the coal mining industry. So coal mining, coal washing, coal transportation, you have immense amount of employment. Now all of this, which is an unskilled and easily available labor in India, ठीक है? All of this needs to be transited towards a renewable energy sector which requires an upskilled labor. ठीक है? This will be another major challenge, and another important challenge will be the generation of stranded assets. For example, we do have so many TPPs deployed across the country. Now we are saying that अब हम लोग from now onwards we will not be using energy generated from TPP, we will be making use of energy generated from solar photovoltaics or wind turbines. That means we are transiting, that means there is an existing project of TPP which will become now a stranded non-performing asset. ठीक है? This will push sectors, PSUs like NTPC, Thermal Power Corporation, into to turn out to become a non-performing asset. ठीक है? So these are some of the major challenges why we are not able to challenges that we are witnessing in transitioning from fossil fuel based energy to renewable energy. But these are challenges. Despite of these challenges, Government of India has genuinely taken immense efforts to transit towards renewable energy sector. ठीक है? First major change that we have done is Energy Conservation Amendment Act in 2022. Energy Conservation Amendment Act में we have stated that it is we need to start deploying solar energy, wind energy in the grid. Deployment of solar and wind energy on grid. Plus we have started issuing renewable energy certificates under this act. Energy Conservation Amendment Act of 2022 में India has introduced renewable energy certificates. ठीक है? The second step that we have taken is renewable purchase obligation. So for all the DISCOMs, distribution companies के लिए, it is mandatory that they should be buying the renewable purchase obligation. Renewable energy must be bought by the distribution company and must be deployed on grid, must be sold. This is mandatory obligation on all the DISCOMs. ठीक है? The second step that Government of India has taken. Third is National Solar Mission. National Solar Mission targeted initially that we will be generating 100 gigawatts by 2022. We have reached approximately 75 gigawatts till 2024. ठीक है? March 2024 के में that is what we have been able to achieve. So this is also a major target that we have achieved. Then we have the national policy on biofuels. National policy on biofuels says that we will be setting up, this was introduced in 2018 itself, that we will be setting up committees and which will be looking after this transition of biomass to biomass pellet generation, biomass solid generation. ठीक है. So how do we generate an organic compost, and इस organic compost से how do you generate energy, ये transition के लिए, and how do you classify कि I will be generating biofuels from corn, from sugarcane, from alfalfa, whatever be the source of generation of biofuel, these sources can be used for generation of biofuel. All of this was discussed under biofuel policy. ठीक है. Then we have the green hydrogen mission. Green hydrogen mission says that we will be generating hubs, green hydrogen hubs. Green hydrogen hubs matlab this will be the center for generation of green hydrogen. ठीक है. Apart from this, we also have the Pradhan Mantri Suryodaya Yojana, which says कि 1 crore house को solar photovoltaics will be provided by the government. This was introduced in budget this year 24-25. ठीक है. So these are some of the steps that have been taken by Government of India. But what are the suggestions? What can be the way forward? We need to take more steps. What can be those innovative steps? For example, एक तो we need to enhance the public and private sector participation. अभी there is a prejudice, there is a view that private sector is immensely involved in generation of renewable energy, but this is not correct. That is, in fact, this fact is correct कि public sector is immensely involved in generation of thermal power or fossil fuel based energy. ठीक है. But private sector has also not sufficiently invested in generation of renewable energy. So इन दोनों के लिए ये important है for both public and private sector, be it independently, be it as a joint collaboration of public private participation. With whatever collaboration required, both these sectors need to shift their focus towards renewable energy and shift it away from fossil fuel energy. ठीक है. Second is we need to identify states potential. For example, Rajasthan is good at generation of solar energy. Tamil Nadu is good at generation of wind power energy. So state specific generation potential needs to be calculated, and then we need to shift towards or devise a policy, state specific policy for generation of renewable energy. ठीक है. So we need to give autonomy to states to decide in which direction of renewable energy they should be moving. ठीक है. And then the state should also be having authority to tax the energy generated. ठीक है. Another solution can be can make use of international fora for funding. For example, UNFCCC का meet होता है, CBD का meet होता है. We do have so many meets taking place. We need to make use of these international fora. This is also India's one of the INDCs, intended nationally determined contributions, that India shall be making use of the international fora for generation of increased fund availability. ठीक है. Then we have investment in infrastructure to meet the rising demand. We need to obviously invest in grid infrastructure. Grid infrastructure में obviously solar के लिए you don't require grid because the point of production is also the point of consumption in general. ठीक है. But wind के लिए you require grid, geothermal के लिए we do require grid. ठीक है. So we need plus biofuel. Biofuel के लिए भी it can be both. The area of production can also be the area of consumption, or it can be transited to some other area. But India में T&D losses, transmission and distribution losses are quite high. ठीक है. So if we are focusing on grid infrastructure, we need to also ensure that T&D losses have to be reduced. ठीक है. Then we need to shift towards innovative projects. For example, floating solar power plants. ठीक है. Or renewable energy based special economic zones. Special economic zones will be those areas where only renewable energy shall be focused. RE based SEZs have to be created, and solar thermal oasis. Solar thermal oasis matlab in those areas which are inhabitable. ठीक है. So those areas which do not have habitants, which is devoid of people because of the extremely high temperatures prevalent in those areas. In those areas we can easily deploy solar thermal oasis, and these can become the hubs for generation of solar energy. ठीक है. So these can be some of the suggestive solutions for India's transition towards renewable energy and shift away from fossil fuel based energy systems. ठीक है? So with that we come to the end of this topic. If you have any doubt, please do let us know in the comment section. Thank you so much and all the best.